What is good, YouTube? Chris's Kicks here, back with another sneaker review, and today we have the Eddie Huang and Adidas Superstar 80's Huang's World. Okay, I picked up these shoes recently. They're my first pair of Adidas Superstars. To be honest with you, I'm not really a big Adidas fan in general. I only have a couple of pairs of Adidas or Adidas shoes in my collection. I've got some Yeezys, some Pusha T's, and a pair of Ultra Boosts. So I'm not really a big Adidas fan, but I'm a big Eddie Huang fan. So I picked these up because they're his third collaboration with a sneaker brand now. He's got one Fila one Nike one, now one Adidas one. The Fila one is like impossible to get, but I have the Nike SB Dunks, the Chairman Bows, and now I picked up the Adidas Huang's World. So first off, let's get into the review. I'm guessing this is the standard Adidas box for a Superstar, a white and blue box, Adidas trefoil branding, and then on the top of the shoe you do have the shell toe design of the Superstars just poking out. There's a little graphic on the top of the box. First off, like I said, I picked these up recently, but these were a USA exclusive, which was very disappointing. I did hit up Adidas UK trying to find out about a UK release or a European release date, and they told me that they were American exclusive. So I did have to pick them up and pay the international shipping and customs charges and all of that. So they're probably the most expensive pair of Superstars that I've ever seen, because of all that totaled up. The shoes retailed for $150, which is around £120. Then it was $45 shipping, and then I got a £17 custom charge. Would have been more, but luckily the retailer that I used marked them as a $30 gift, so I didn't get too high of a customs charge. But yeah, they were fairly expensive just for a pair of Adidas Superstars. But anyway, let's get into the shoes. First off, out of the box, you get a Superstar card with a bit of text on there. I'm not in it for the approval, I'm not in it for the fame, the fans, the followers. I'm not in it for the attention, the likes, the views. I'm not in it for the applause. I'm not in it for anyone else. I am a Superstar. Yeah, okay. The shoes then come in some white Adidas paper, which has got more text on it. Superstars always was, always will be. Superstar walks in its own path. It's just got loads of different texts. Then the shoes come again in some black paper. So they're double papered. You've got the white Adidas paper, and then you've got this black sort of satiny sort of style paper. And let's get to the good stuff, the shoes. Okay, so let me just set these up. For those of you who don't know who Eddie Huang is, he is a chef and a, I guess you could say, social media personality. He has a travel show, if you could call it that. He has a book, a load of stuff. Look him up, he's a very funny guy. But the theme behind these shoes is, like I said, Eddie Huang is a chef, and he's designed these shoes for kitchen workers. When I first saw these shoes, I thought, alright, it's just an all black pair of Adidas Superstars for $150. That's a bit much. But like I said, I'm a big Eddie Huang fan, so I wanted to pick them up just to have them in my collection. When they arrived, I must say, I'm really impressed. Like, you'd think just an all black Superstar, there's not much to it, but there's actually a lot that's going on in this shoe that you can't really tell. So first off, the upper material of the shoe is an all black suede, maybe a nubuck, but it's quite thick. I mean, it's not like a cheap cut of suede. It's got some feel to it. Like when you touch the shoe, the suede feels like a really thick coat of suede. Now I think partly for the reason of that is this upper material, wait for it, is grease, stain and flame. That's fire retardant. So if you work in a kitchen, you're going to spill oil and all kind of sauces and stuff around the floor. So they're grease retardant, stain retardant, and also flame retardant. So apparently you could set these shoes on fire and they won't burn. Well, I don't know if it's that far, but I guess if you dropped a match or something and it landed on the shoe, it's not going to burn the suede and you're going to have a black burn patch. So yeah, the quality of the suede they've used is really, really good. And it's obviously treated to be flame retardant, grease retardant, stain retardant. Moving on, we have the Adidas shell toes, which is obviously what superstars are famous for. Now, obviously, like I said, these are way for kitchen work. So he's put on a steel toe cap. So the toe cap usually on Adidas superstars is like a spongy, plasticky material. These are like a proper steel toe cap. So you're getting, if you drop anything like pans and stuff in the kitchen or a saucepan full of stuff and it lands on your toes, you've got a steel toe cap on your Adidas superstars. One last thing that he added was a neoprene sock liner. And they've got some pull tabs. Now the reason being for this is Eddie Huang is a big hip hop fan. And he's big into the Diplomats, which is where you can see Cameron and you can see like the pink hits on the shoe. But yeah, he's big into hip hop. And I don't know if it's an early 90s hip hop thing, because I do exactly the same. I don't like to tie up the laces on my shoes. I love to leave them just loosely laced. And it's exactly how you see these loose laced as they are now, is how I would wear them. And he does that as well. He very rarely ties up his laces. He has them very loosely laced. So what he did with the neoprene sock liner is for if you wear these shoes in the kitchen, you don't want the shoe to come off your foot or to slip off. So he's put a neoprene sock liner so that the shoe could be worn with a tight fit, but externally still have that loose fit going on. And it really, really works. I've tried these on and walked around in them, and they feel like you're wearing a really snug fitting, like a prime knit, almost like snug feel to your foot shoe. But then you look down and you've got these loose fitting superstars on your feet. It's really weird, but it works really, really well. The one final touch that he's gone for, and I don't really know how well it is, but the outsole of the shoe, you've got that standard herringbone traction, which is, I think this is just a standard superstar sole, but the material that he used to make the outsole, well, he didn't make it, but the material he's requested to be used is a very non-slip rubber. So apparently these have a lot of traction. I don't know, they feel quite grippy, but I don't know if superstars feel like that in general. The sort of plastic's got that tacky feel to it. You know, when you normally, I don't mean tacky as in cheap, I mean tacky as in tactile. Like when you feel the sole, it feels sticky. And I'm guessing if you work in the kitchen and the floor gets slippery, you don't want to slip down and bust your ass. So yeah, he's put a lot of thought into these shoes, which really, really impressed me. Like I said, so you've got the material, which is flame retardant, grease retardant, stain retardant. You've got a steel toe cap, so you've got protection for your foot. You've got a sock liner, so if you're into that sort of 90s hip-hop fashion of loose lace in your shoes, you can still have a tight-fitting shoe, and you've got a non-slip outsole. So really, really good aspects to the shoe. Let's just get into the overall view of the shoe. It is an all-black superstar. We're now in the winter time, so I haven't got much natural light going on. So forgive me if the camera really doesn't pick up much detail on a blackout shoe. You do have hits of pink. Like I said, Eddie Huang is a big Cameron fan, so he likes the pink. So you've got a metal lace tip, which has got a pink hit to it. On the sock liner, you do have a pink contrasting stitching. And on the back of the shoe, the detail, the name of the shoe, which is Huang's World. And that is the name of his, it used to be a YouTube show, but it's now on Viceland, cable TV. But if you search on YouTube, you can still find it. It's his travel show, which is like a travel show, but food related. So he goes to all different countries, talks about what's going on, meets people, and then he samples the local food. It's a really good show. But the shoe, obviously, is Huang's World, so they themed it after. One last detail that he's put on the shoe is the insoles. Again, the lighting is terrible now, it's winter, it's probably not going to show anything at all, but these do have a map of the world as the insole to represent the travelling that he does with the show, and it's not going to see anything. I can't see on the screen in my camera, but there's a map on the insoles. They're stuck in, so I can't take them out to show you, but yeah, Google it if you want. These released alongside with a pair of Adidas slides, like the sandals. They sold out instantly. The shoes sat for a little bit, but eventually did sell out. Unfortunately, like I said, they are a US only release. So if you're in the UK like me, or you're in Europe and you want to get a pair, you're going to have to buy them from the stateside and pay the international shipping and customs fees. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with the shoe. One thing that I looked into, because like I said, I'm not a big Adidas fan, but these are the Superstar 80's, and I just thought Adidas made a Superstar. There's like 4 different models of the Adidas Superstar. There's the Superstar 1, the Superstar 2, and the Superstar 80. And the only difference I've found that they've got with the Superstar 80 is apparently it's a lot lower cut here, so it makes a lower rise on the ankle. The tongue is not padded, it's very, very thin, and it rises up a lot higher. That's the difference of the Superstar 80. But yeah, going back to the detailing of the sock liner is not our complete inside of the shoe. It kind of stops around the middle of the 3rd stripe. So the sock liner comes all the way from the heel, all this is sock lined up to here. And the pull tab connects to the back of the tongue and the sock liner, and also the heel part of the shoe connects to the heel part of the sock liner. So when you pull it, it really does adjust the sock liner for you, makes it a really, really good fit. Give you a quick round over the shoe. The tongue just has a black on black Adidas trefoil logo there. It's very, very hard to pick up black on black on the camera. That's pretty much it. For $150, which is £120, they are very expensive. And like I said, initially I just saw a pair of black Adidas Superstars for £120 plus the 45 shipping plus the 17 customs. They're close to £200 for a pair of black Adidas Superstars, which you could probably pick up a non-collab one for £80 or something like that in your local Foot Locker. But having them in hand and thinking about all the stuff that's gone into the shoe, the metal toe cap, that's obviously going to be more expensive. The non-slip outsole, the grease retardant material, the flame retardant material, the sock liner, the metal lace tips. It's a really, really good shoe. I'm really impressed with it, and I really didn't think it was going to be that good just for a plain black Adidas Superstar. But it's definitely worth it. You've got, like I said, the Huang's World embroidered on pink on the back of the Achilles to really give it that nice little pop when you're wearing it. The pink lace tips, the pink contrasting stitching on the sock liner, and that is going to wrap up the review because I'm rambling on for too long now. Let me know your thoughts on the shoe. Have you picked up a pair? How much did you have to pay, customs and charges? Where did you get them from? What do you think of his effort on this collaboration? Like I said, it's just looking at it, it's a black Superstar, but when you really delve deep into the shoe, it's definitely really, really good. It's really, really worth it in my opinion. Are you a fan of Eddie Huang? Do you know who Eddie Huang is? Yeah, hit me up in the comments, let me know your thoughts. It was expensive, but in my opinion it's definitely worth it, and I'm definitely going to wear these a lot, especially now it's the winter months. You've got that toe cap, you've got that material. These are not obviously going to get matted up by the rain and stuff. Yeah, that's going to wrap up the review. If you want to follow me on social media, Twitter and Instagram, it is Chris_S_Ramos. But links will be in the description if you're too lazy to type that out. There's also some other links in the description for discounts on certain sites, some Uber codes. So check out the description box below. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more sneaker reviews. Please like and share this video if you would. I'd really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the review. Peace.